Okay, I just want to go through this because it's fascinating. Um, I'm in 2024, no, 2025 January. I'm just reverse engineering some trades from better traders, right? So this is soap. There's a couple of trades that I've reverse engineered that I'll go through. Um, for example, there is this one here that I'll go through, which I'm a bit curious about. It was not this, it was 531. Okay. And then also there was a swing he got, which was like insane. That I'll go through. I'm just a big fan of Soap because I like the way he just snipes, you know? So I'll just go through it because it might help you. Here, right, we have higher time frame or 5 minute. And he trades the movement of the deviations, I'm guessing, obviously, as we have bearish order flow and we're inside of this, right? Now, when we're at the ones, okay, or even coming to the ones, we're always in an area of reaccumulation. This is where price will be like a downtrend, yeah, right? So we come up and then we come back into the discount. We come up and we come back into the discount. Now, this trade was the one he got, right? And if you actually use the discount, you can also see it was perfectly aligned. So here were his confluences for the trade. I'm telling you right now. So, higher time frame, reaccumulation. That was the base of his trade. Okay. Then we had lower time frame, standard deviation, AMD. Right. Obviously, power of 3. We had 1 minute, which I'll go through. We had 1 minute deviation. This is kind of how I do scalps on my eval, which is quite fascinating. And you had max expansion aligned with this PD array, and then aligned with the OTE. Right. So we had that, and then we had PD array, and this is no normal PD array because it was also, if I come back here, it was also a order block on the 15 minute, a CISD on the hourly, and on the 4 hour I don't know if it was anything. No, it was just nothing. Okay, because it's a lower time frame trade. And on the 5 minute we had a PD array. Okay, we probably also had something on the end dog. Okay, and we had and we had an end dog. Okay, so look, high time frame PD array. Obviously, using time frame relations, if we're doing the 1 minute deviations, we're going to be looking at 15-minute PD arrays. Right, let's go further in deep. And the trade here, obviously, you're going to be like saying to yourself, why are we not taking a trade from the twos? Well, that's where this guy comes in. Okay, when we're in bearish order flow, when we're trading from reaccumulation, we're not taking a trade under the discount, and even around the 0.5 area, taking a trade there is just not likely. You always want to see price come into the 7.9, the 7.05 range, and that was where his level was. Now, his level was 496, okay, which is here. Why? Well, he didn't actually enter on, I'm fairly sure, this is my guess, okay? The actual entry for this trade was here, okay? However, not wanting to like not get his entry, I believe he just entered a bit below. That's what I'm trying to think, okay? He entered here, closer to the 4.5, right? Here's our deviation leg, it's very clean. He entered closer to the 4.5 rather than the PD array. I believe this is done through market experience. And I believe that, hold on. Okay. And I believe that he just entered lower, so he got his entry. As if you're using a 10-point stop loss, right, this is covering the whole PD array, right? So that's fine. I also do this on a higher time frame scale, so just like analyzing his little, entries is great. And then, targeting those twos. I don't even know, he didn't even target the twos. Oh no, he must have, right? Let me go check. Let me check what his take profit was on my phone. It was 352. So he targeted the 1.5, okay? Or a bit above, obviously. Okay? Simple dimple. this was not just the 1.5, it was this liquidity here, which is probably why you targeted 352. So look, going back into people who are trading insane and, you know, make a lot of money is a great way to, you know, understand. Now, I also have this trade. I have this trade all the way up here, right? Higher time frame, stacked deviations. Not necessarily stacked, I don't like to say stacked, right? However, what he uses here is 2 4-hour legs. We're not going to get into this, but we're going to talk about this. This 4-hour leg, which is the start of this range, okay? This is no lower leg, okay? And then this leg here, which is start of a new range, okay? And the thing that I think the reason why I took this, okay, is because to the tick they were aligned. There was no PDRAs, but to the tick the equilibrium of the 4s and the 2s were aligned. And he took this. Obviously, with 4-hour manipulation, you're going to be targeting this manipulation like here. So he has this leg that forms. I'm not sure if he targeted it, but I think he did. And obviously on a higher time frame, if you're taking this with like a 10 point, right, this is a swing. Taking it even the liquidity or the 1s or the 2s, no, I don't know, any would work, right? So let's actually put the order in and just go through this bitch. Oh my gosh, why can't I not go to the 2 minute? I can't go to the 2 minute, bro. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's see this play out. Really nice and clean. If someone has executions that look really bright like this, then it's fake. And then look, we go down, go to the 1 hour, and it moves like the 1 minute. So only using 4 minis on this trade got you this. Now I do believe that was the 1s or the 2s. Hold on. Was this the 1s or the 2s? The 2s. Ah, there you go. So that was your take profit right here, right? And bro, I'm sorry, but this just gave you another entry, bro. I reckon that there would have been a deviation line. That's 300 points, risking. Okay, you might got stopped out if you take it off the 2s, but there might have been maybe a daily or a weekly level. Ah, look at this, bro. Look at this. Take this bitch right now. Okay, it's not aligned perfectly, but we do have maybe nothing I'd take, if I'm being for real. I don't have the balls to take this bitch, but we have some sort of fair value gap that is reacted inside, and then we have this level here. This level here, and then this level here. I'll be taking from this if I'm being deadass, but this is closer to the 2, so let's go to the weekly and see if we hit anything. Ah, bro, wait, what? That's actually gay. I mean, that's actually fucking amazing, bro. You literally had a weekly gap fill. So you just take it off the 2. That's exactly how I do that shit. Obviously, you have the gap fill and you have the deviations. You'd be taking it from the deviations in that situation. But you got stopped out. That's insane. That would drove me insane, because that's an insane trade. Alright, either way, we have this. I do believe it continues down to the 4s, maybe. I can't remember, bro. Or it just goes to the 2s. This 2, this 2. No, the 4s. It has to be the 4s, right? Holy. I'm actually curious. Should we just watch this bitch then? No, but oh yeah, we do. 4s? No? 4s? Yes! No, we didn't get the 4s. We didn't get the 4s. Oh, we're coming back up now. Yeah, the 4s. Oh my. When are we gonna get these motherfuckers, bro? Nah, we take all-time highs here, bro. I already know we do. Oh, we don't. Right, this is irrelevant, by the way. You wouldn't be taking a trade from this bitch, but okay. Wait, let me check. Look, hold on. Still the swing high. Theoretically, it's still the swing high. I want to see if we got a trade from the 4.25. Bro, you actually did, bro. That's insane. Okay. Right. That's like, bro, I mean, if you really did hold that, let's say you even put like, let's say you risked 1,000 or like 10,000 on that trade, right? Then, bro, let's just see what that is, bro. Like, for real. Okay. If we're risking like 15 minis on a live account, 1,600 you're risking on that trade. Now, obviously, you'd have to have a billion. You'd have to be so confident on that, right? But if you can get to that point where you have that leverage, bro, yeah, that's insane. That's insane. That's 300k just for this tape profit. Never mind the fours. So that's half a mil. I know it's like insane, but risking only 1k for half a mil is pretty damn good. Alright, okay. Peace out. I just wanted to go through some trades. Oh, I'll go through one more. Let me just go to the daily so I can get this fast. This trade here I wanted to go through that I talked about, well, I discovered as I was stalking these trades, bro. Because I was pretty curious on why he took this PD array. What we had here was a turtle soup that he didn't actually wait to get souped. He took it from that wick. Why? Well, I do believe that he took it from this wick for two reasons. One, he used the OTE of the 15-minute for this entry. Oh my gosh. The OTE of the 15-minute, sorry. And it was right below that 4. If it was aiming for the 4s, yeah. The only thing is, that the only other thing I'd say is we was in discount, not 7.9, but we was in discount. I guess that's alright, confidence. The leg was obviously perfect. If I was entering, I would have, well, for me, I would have entered off of, well, I can't even go down to the 1 minute, but there would have been a PD array here. I probably would have entered off. That might be what he entered off, to be honest, I can't tell. This really clean 5-minute leg, like we all would have taken. If you took an entry from the 2.5s, you would have also made money, I think. Let me check. My name is on. Yeah, you would have got 8 RRs, which is alright. And then taking it from the 4s would have made. I mean, he you know where he took profits, bro? He took profits like right here. So it's not a huge trade. Taking it from those 4s off of the OTE, there must have been some kind of PD array, right? I know there was like a, yeah, okay, there was a 2 minute, but I don't have a clue what it was on the 1 minute. We might have also had end dog. We always do, unless I've gone too far in the back. My name is on. Okay, we had an EHPDA on the end dog, but we didn't even look at that. And WOG. Ah, here it was. Here was his entry. 531 was his entry. He entered off of the end dog. There you go. Or 532, sorry. He entered off of the end dog. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. Simple dimple. If you enter off the end dog, we see extreme movements. Like, you can see how the end dog works, right? It's a bit like a key open. Alright, guys. Peace out. That's really fun trading shit.